Hello, everybody.
All right. We did it. Oh, goodness. Isn't technology great?
Oh, my goodness.
Hi.
So many weird things going on. New experiences all over the place, right? I don't think I brought a big enough suitcase to bring all my crap home.
Yeah. So much stuff, huh?
Yeah, but it's stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Hopefully, I think there's like an expander thing. I can make it.
Could have bought an extra suitcase.
I did not think that through. Oh, well, it is what it is. But hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. I have been playing on new machines and new machines or older machines with newer features and all kinds of fun stuff. So thanks for joining us today. I've got all my samples and things that I've stitched that we'll be bringing back to the store so you guys can put your hands on them in just a couple of days. I'm flying home tomorrow, so I'll be there Friday and we'll have all of the goodies that I'm bringing home so you can check all those things out. I think I'm going to wear this on the plane tomorrow. So
good job. So did you do that on the new PRX?
I did. So this is actually puffy. And the reason that it's so cool is I didn't actually realize this. That is a built-in font. So there's foam underneath there, so it pops out on there, and it's built in. So you don't have to do anything. It's just there. You just put your foam down, and bam. And I got to use the flat brim cap frame, which was really great. So it's nice and tight. I can never remember where my camera is. Isn't that terrible? Nice and tight down there. So that was really great too. So Marge is thanking you.
Aww.
So got a new hat. This could be for Labu or for Lisa. I didn't know what to put on there. It was kind of like a letter. What am I don't know what to do.
So many choices.
So many things.
At least 26.
Right. But you know that the classes are only so long, so you can only not follow so much direction because,
right.
You know, if you don't listen too poorly in your stitching more than what they allow, they don't like that. Because like you need to leave. There's more people coming in after you.
Yeah, they kick you out.
They do that. So yeah, do you have requests of what you guys would like to see? Any questions or anything in particular? Oh, I'm still wearing
so I'm gonna pop up our little presentation, and then maybe when we are talking about the machine, you can show us what you made on it. Would that work?
Yeah, I can do that.
So we're gonna go here. Oh, look at that, it worked.
It worked.
I picked the right button, Lisa. All right, so
the right way instead of the right way.
Good job. So we have the Brother XJ2. The regular price of the Brother XJ2 is $14,999.99. Got to add that 99 cents. And the introductory sale price is $9,999.99. And I put what is coming with it for our little bundle here. We have the dual foot controller. We love this dual foot controller, or the multifunction foot controller, whatever you want to call it. And then Angela Wolf has master classes for this machine, and then a 5x7 magnetic hoop and the magnifying lens. And you were able to play with this machine. You did a class on this, right?
I did. So I actually sewed on the J, and then today we embroidered on the E's. But of course, the embroidery is exactly the same on the J's as it is on the E's. So today we did, we used the matrix function that is brand new in there. We used the 2-point precision for aligning your stitches today. And this is not one of my favorite samples, but it was able to do the different things that we used. So you can see that there's 4 flowers there. So we use the matrix to make that and get those alignments. And then I haven't removed them out yet. There's registration marks in there. And the machine was able to literally drop that laser to pick up the registration marks. So they are extremely evenly placed because I didn't have to figure any of that out. The machine did that all for me. And then we drew a crosshair in the center here and used the actual 2-point precision to get that exactly lined up no matter where. She was like, okay, you have to hoop crooked. And we're all like, oh God, that's so much harder than you think. And then we lined up the BE of 2023. I wanted to make that say something else, but again, I was like, what do I write? You know, Laboo. So screw it. I'll just put what she wants me to write. So that is the sample that we stitched today in embroidery on the using the matrix and the 2-point precision. So the 2-point precision is similar in the concept of what you would use the snowman feature with the camera. So for any of you who are familiar with what that is, it's basically just like that without needing the camera and the sticker. You just draw your crosshair and line up with that. It's actually faster because you don't have to scan the whole hoop. You just draw it and say, okay, here's one point, here's the other point, and it adjusts based on that. So you get the actual rotation plus straight line, whatever it is that you are looking for. So centering, angle, all of those things, it does super, super easy. At this time, I see Elaine's got a question on there about updating for those things on the Luminaire. There has not been anything specifically stated. There's been some whispering about that, but they have not said, yep, we're going to do an update on that. I heard at one point somebody said that they were, but then today when I actually was in that classroom with these features, she said, nope, they have not said anything. And I was like, okay. So I'm not sure. I am sure at some point that will be available. When, I don't know, whether it's going to be like a year from now and, you know, it's next year, they're going to put all this stuff in the Luminaire with an upgrade or updates to the Luminaire, or whether it's going to be an update that just trickles out. Don't have a clue, and they won't tell us. So I guess we'll have to just kind of wait and see. So at this moment, I don't have anything firm or cemented to be able to say yes, no timeframes or anything for that on the Luminaire. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I wish I did, because I have one of those.
It's the matrix button really that we want.
That's
which
the one that we're all really hoping and looking for to be on there. So,
right.
You know, they did make a good point in class today that we really can, with the projector, make that line up and look perfectly anyways, which is kind of maybe where they weren't that worried about it. But it just would be so easy. But we'll see. So yes,
Annie, there is an upgrade, and we're going to talk about it in just a minute.
Just half a second. So this was what we were doing, and the big things that are in there with the embroidery changes are the matrix, and but I have to tell you, they have added so many things embroidery design wise. So there's now the couching features. So everything that's in the Luminaire, from a couching perspective, you got your alphabet and you've got some designs. And if you purchase the upgrade, or you are purchasing the new Stellaire 2 models of whichever, you're going to get those couching feet and accessories to make that work. The couching is going to be now available for this series as well, which is a lot of fun. I have been playing with that with our block of the month this year. So I've been playing a lot more couching than I have been previously. And I really, really like it. So super excited that we now have many, many more machines and people that will be able to have a lot more fun with that too. So
yeah. So this is the information about the upgrade, which kind of also tells you about the brand new features in the XJ2 and the XE2. So 40 yarn couching patterns and 1 yarn couching. Oh, that's supposed to be font. That is a really funny. It's font, but it's not the right font word. They added the new no sew feature. So we got that on our luminaires last year. So you can actually go through and touch no sew on an object in the embroidery and tell it you don't want it to sew that. 15 additional IQ designer decorative fills, 12 new line motifs in the designer, 2 new embroidery fonts, a monogramming font, and then there's 50 new embroidery patterns. The other thing that we wanted to talk about is that, so in the sewing part, in the embroidery part, you now have the same fill options to do the background quilting designs, echo, and stipple, where you just had stipple as an option before. You now can do
echo in the deco.
Yeah, in embroidery mode. So if you want to put background quilting or echo around an embroidery design that you already have, you don't actually have to go all the way into your design center or your IQ designer. If for our Babylock people, you can just do that right in the embroidery side. That was a really nice feature on the Luminaire. We now have that on this as well. So Annie, this is the upgrade for the Stellaire. So you were asking if there was an upgrade. The upgrade is on sale for $699, and just like Lisa said, it includes the new 7x12 magnetic hoop. And
which I got to spit on today, and it's freaking awesome. I'm buying one of those.
Awesome, isn't it? I cannot wait to get my hands on that.
I just had my hands on it, and it's really cool. So I'm buying one.
So yeah, that definitely going to be in our arsenal. And then we also have the XE2, which is the embroidery only version. That's what Lisa did her embroidery sample on today. So we have those as options. So I'll get,
I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but that was stitching in that 7x12 hoop today in my class. I don't know if you can see that image very well or not, but that's just my cell phone there.
Yeah, so if you have the 5x7 hoop, it's just like that, light, right?
It's that really lightweight, but still really, really strong magnets. So it's not that really, really heavy thing, which is what we were kind of expecting, because it was that same size kind of as that 7x14. We were expecting, I don't know about you, I guess, but expecting it to be heavier, but it's not. It's that really nice lightweight, but really easy to manage, and it's fantastic. So I can't wait to get my hands on it at home. So I was like, can I just buy one of these? You're just gonna, what are you gonna do with all these now? Right. I can take, right?
It'll fit in your luggage, right?
Sure. Sure. So the other thing that is new in the XJ is this really great tapering thing. So this is a blanket stitch that's been tapered, and you can see those points. I didn't have to do anything with that because it was literally measured for the sides of that hexagon. So the points were tapered basically for me by the machine. So I basically just hit start and stop. I did use the foot pedal, but the machine started and stopped for me for all of those points. So made it so easy to do that. And I was really excited by that because it made me look like I knew what I was doing. Made me look good.
It is a really cool feature. We do have that on our Luminaire.
We do, but
we never really played with it, did we?
So,
right.
This I think is a fantastic, with those nice sharp points. I definitely am not what I would consider a like super experienced applicator, but that makes me look good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's really nice to taper.
very, very nice. So that is, and there's other stitches too, not just that one. So all right, another question. When will we see the sketch machine? Did you have anything on that?
No, because I really don't know. I don't even have a
Okay.
picture. I don't even have a good picture. It's not out
Just the crappy
on.
one I sent you.
Yeah.
So the sketch machine is really cute. It looks like a coffee maker. So it looks like you're going to get like an espresso out of it instead of stitching. It is a little really, really dark gray, almost black. Looks like a coffee machine. And there's no screen on it. There is a really weird thread pattern and thread path. And its maximum hoop size is a 4x4. It is going to be released, they're saying, in October. So not very far from now. We will be able to sell that, but it will also be out there in the world. But just like every other thing, if we sell it, you can call and get help from us. But of course, if you go buy that from anywhere else, then we don't come with it anywhere else. So there's going to be the sketch machine, and also there will be a sublimation printer coming out in October. So those are two things that are not right now, but are coming. And I think it's a really neat, both of them are really, really great for the market. The designs that they're coming out with for that sketch are really different. They're very, very cool. They had a special set designed specifically for that. And both of those are powered specifically by Artspira. So like I said, there's no screen on either of those two products. You literally will use the app and send over directly from Artspira. So I believe, and nobody can quote me on this because nothing has been like specifically set, but we're looking at a price point around 500 for the sketch and around 400 for the sublimation is where they're looking at right now. So again, no quotes on that, please, because things might change between now and then, but something in that realm is what we're looking at.
So new things to look forward to. Maybe we'll have them for at the Sewing Expo. We'll be able to show some of those brand new. Wouldn't that be fun?
That
Yeah.
would be fun. You know, and if you could get a coffee out of the side, that'd probably be cool for some people, but I don't think that there's actually a coffee maker in there. It just looks like one.
Yeah, the picture was strange. Like I could see that it was small, but I'm like, what is it? But it's a free arm.
It is a free arm, and both there's a smaller hoop and then there's a 4x4 square hoop. They are both magnetic hoops, and the hoops are black as well. So they snap into the back, and you know, you could just take the magnet part off and and then hoop with it on the machine. So there's a lot of flexibility in it. So I think that there's a lot of potential there and a lot of options that you could do, you know, small little onesies or, you know, because of the hoop size. But being that small machine, you could put, you know, those smaller, hard to get places. I think there's a lot of flexibility there. So I think it's going to be really cute. Super portable. So, you know, if you are doing a craft show or something like that, so easy to take someplace, you know,
Right? Wouldn't that be great? Yeah, those stockings and monogramming and stuff would be so good for that.
So easy. You just pop in Artspira, type in whatever it is that you need, send it to the machine and stitch. So I think that's going to be a really neat option. I'll see if I can find a phone.
Stitch, not stitch. And sketch, like skip and stitch.
I keep wanting it to be Stitch, like, you know, from Disney, and I think that should have a little picture of him on the side of the machine.
Right. We could probably
probably make that happen, but yeah. So
it definitely looks
if I can find a picture that's kind of does it justice, but the lighting in the area that they had it was called the submersive lab or something like that. So it was like mood lighting. It's really bad lighting. So
they didn't want you to get good pictures.
Probably. So let me see what I can find. And
All right. While you're doing that, I'll talk just briefly here. So we talked about the XJ2. These machines are available now. So we'll be ordering some. If you want one, you can buy it on our website, of course. You can also give us a call. There will be some financing options available. So lots of choices for you to do that. So the XJ, again, the sale price is $9,999.99. You got to get that 99 cents in there or else we get in trouble. And then we have the XE2, which is the embroidery only version. Comes with the Master Wolf, the Angela Wolf Master classes, and the 5x7 magnetic hoop and the magnifying lens. It's funny how those words just combine themselves.
Their own thing. Yep.
Yeah, and that is on sale for $7,499. So regular price is basically 10 grand. So and then we have the upgrade. In case you didn't notice that last time, the upgrade sale price is going to be $699.99. We do have a deposit option on our website for the upgrade. It sounds like upgrades are in stock, but they told us that last time, and then we had to wait because we sold so many. So
what the number of people ordering. So yeah.
Exactly. So what we did was, if you go on to our website, you can actually just put a deposit down. So you can do the $100 deposit, and then when your upgrade kit arrives, we can send you an invoice and you can pay the balance of that. So that's not a problem. We're happy to ship it to you if you're not local to us. So, but lots of fun things inside that upgrade, and we are super excited about it. And I would just like to say there's somebody out there putting out these videos about this, and the gentleman is talking all about it, and we've had a couple of phone calls about it, asking if we're going to be matching their deal. I would just like to say we are absolutely matching their deal. So it is the same price. It is coming with the embroidery foot and the magnetic frame. Lisa and I aren't standing up there and hawking it quite in the same manner, but we really are selling the same thing at the same price. So always know that if you see something out there, we're always happy to we're probably already matching the price and whatever it is, but we're always happy to do our best to do that. So just to remember us in the world of,
we'll take care of you. So just
that's right.
And we'll talk.
We'll talk. That's right. Okay. And then
this is the best picture I can find. So
all right, I'm going to flip back here. Let's see.
Okay. So let's see.
Oh, that's good. It does look just like a coffee maker.
It does. It really does.
Whoops. I'm going to put you up.
Well, hi.
Hi. There we go. Oh, that's cool. Yep. Definitely just like a coffee maker. And there's your two magnetic hoops that slide into the back.
Yep. They just snap into the back, and then they have that little black magnet that snaps onto the top.
Mm-hmm.
There is
very nice.
Repeated no screen. So
right.
You literally, it's wireless. You send over from Artspira.
Cool.
All right. So that is the sketch, and it will be released. They said October of 23.
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah. Good job. All right. So we've had a ton of questions about the Print Moda fabric printer. So, it's regularly $14.99. It's on sale for $9.99. You can get additional rolls of fabric for it. The additional rolls of fabric are approximately $100.
Yep. And they are 5.4 yards for that $100.
Oh, not the 2.1 yards that it says? So that makes much more sense.
Typo. We all went, what the fudge? So, that was a typo. The 2.1 yards is what you get when you buy the machine. That's the roll that's packaged in the box. So
that makes more sense.
Right. Yeah. Because $50 a yard is slightly exorbitant amount of money to pay for that. So yeah, it is much, much better. It is 5.4 yards for that $100 for that roll. The roll fits in tray 2. You can use regular paper and different things in tray 1. So like Angela said, when we talked on Monday, you can use this as a regular printer. When you are sending to tray 1, it would be from like your computer. So right now, for the way I understand it, tray 2 is from Artspira and tray 1 is from anything else. So you can't send from anywhere else into the fabric roll. That can only be done from Artspira. And I don't believe you can send to tray 1 from Artspira. There is a paper feed that you can use in tray 2. But oddly enough, nobody here has tried that. They've all only printed off of the fabric roll. So nobody can tell me how that's worked. Because I've asked like 1.5 million people, like, well, have you tried printing on anything else? And they were all like, no. It's like, oh, okay. But tray 2 does have a thing to put paper in. You can put legal size paper in, so it could be a little bit larger. But tray 1 is like a standard, and it does use standard inkjet printer ink. So you could use it like a regular printer. The lady that I spoke with yesterday in like the test drive area where you can go and push the buttons and all that fun stuff said that their tests show approximately 7 rolls of fabric to the ink. I thought that was a lot. That sounded like a lot to me. That you know, before you had to replace the ink. So I guess we'll have to find that out. But that was the number that was quoted to me. Because I said, you know, how far does the ink go? And that was the number that was quoted to me. Whether that's accurate or not, I would assume will depend on how much and what it is that you're printing. Just like anything
how
else.
saturated. Yeah.
You know, what are you printing? Is there, you know, a lot more of this or a lot more of that is going to take up, you know, just like when you're printing regular paper, you know, are you just printing words or are you printing full backgrounds and so on and so forth? So
right.
There will certainly be fluctuations, but I wasn't really sure about this before I came here. I mean, I thought the idea was cool, but I wasn't really sure, you know, how it really worked. So I went in with a little bit of a reservation, I guess, for lack of a better word, but came out of the class like, wow, that was really cool. It was very easy to use, and I'm really excited about it. I think that it has a lot of potential. It's definitely being marketed and being expected to be used for projects, not specifically for clothing, and not really specifically for like piecing in quilts, but for projects like bags and different things like that. Certainly quilts if you're doing like pictures or applique and things like that for quilts, but not like piecing.
Don't don't print your whole quilt, right?
Exactly. So it's not intended for that kind of an application. They're intending it more for bag making and project type things. You set the ink with heat, you let it dry, set it with heat, and it's been tested quite heavily with washing. It's not really bleeding. They're seeing some really good success with that. Somebody even bleached the living daylights out of it and didn't have any bad. It held up even against bleach. So really good results with that. But laminate is an option. So they do sell a laminate that you can put over that to protect it. So if you are doing a bag that's going to get a lot of rubbing up against, that you can protect that. So it keeps its color and doesn't lose anything. Yeah. So we all got these, like, you know, when you check in at a convention, you get all your crap. We got our crap in this. So we all got a Artspira bag. So I didn't make this one. This would have been a little bit longer project, right? So I did not make that. I made this little guy, which if you are following our Facebook, you saw that. So that is the fabric that I printed. And of course, it didn't look like that when I chose the picture. The picture was something else. And I was like, yeah, I kind of like that one. It had the colors that I thought would look good with, you know, whatever it was I was putting it with. And then you start warping it and morphing it and changing the SKUs and all kinds of different things. It's a lot of fun to play with. And again, not hard at all. You just keep pushing buttons and, you know, zooming things in and out but a lot of fun and very, very easy. And I was very pleased and pleasantly surprised how easy it was to use. So I think I could actually even duplicate what I did without somebody having to help me too much. So no, I'm kidding. It really was pretty simple. And I do think that it's something that we can help everybody with, pretty straightforward, and show you what buttons to push, and you can go have a lot of fun all on your own.
Yeah, the Art Spirit app has definitely evolved over the last year or so.
So the printing tab doesn't show up until you connect a printer to it.
Right.
So if you go looking for it, you won't find it. So
yeah, I can see it, but when you go to it, it says you have no registered printer. So
right. So, but like the projects and all of those things, I don't believe you have access to all of those until you actually connect a printer.
Have one. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. So, but they have tons of banners and the numerous templates. They've done a lot of work to add things in there that you can then, replace photos with your photos, or, those kinds of things. Of course, we all drilled them with, well, can you do this? Can you do that? All of those kinds of things. It can accept any JPEG or PNG. So any image file you can bring into Artspira. So if you are a Canva user or a different program user, so maybe an Adobe or something like that, and that's kind of your jam and that's what you work in and you're really comfortable with that. So you're like, okay, well, I know how to use this. I don't know how to use that. I don't want to have to relearn something new. You could work your project in what you're comfortable working it in, save it, and then just pull it into Artspira already complete and print it. So you don't have to relearn everything to change everything over. So you could print an entire banner create what you want to print in Canva using all of those features and things that you already know how to use, export it out in an image format, just pull it in and then use that to print. So it's very flexible and I think very user-friendly.
Sounds exciting. I can't wait to get my hands on ours. I know we're ordering them.
Surprised. Yes.
Yeah.
I talked to Gene this afternoon. He's like, okay, I've got this ready. And I got that ready. We've got this order ready. And he's like, what do you think? And I'm like, I think that sounds great. What do you want to do? He's like, well, let's do this. I'm like, okay, sounds good. So,
yeah, we're really excited to get some of our these new things. We have the XE and the XJ at the shop, but we don't have the other goodies yet.
Yep.
So very soon, very soon.
Very.
Yeah. So can you think of anything else about the Print Moda?
No, it's just regular ink. So it's super easy to find and very reasonably priced. I was concerned that it was going to be like, they picked like the most expensive one to put in there. But I don't even think that is an astronomical price point.
No.
So
yeah. Great price.
Yep. So Artspira is going to be expanded upon. The free Artspira app is going to remain and still be available, but they are going to expand it and offer an upgraded app as a purchasable expansion if you want to have even more stuff and more options to play with. So there is going to be a what do they call it? Art Spira Plus is what they're going to call that. And that's going to be, I believe, around October as well. So there is going to be additional options coming for Art Spira as well.
Cool. All right. So that is the Print Moda and those features. And then we have the new PRX1. This is pretty cool looking. Definitely seems like they didn't just add features to the persona. They basically just blew it up and started over again.
They did. And so I was surprised to find out that this technically is not a replacement for the persona. I thought it was, just because it's a single needle. So the persona is still going to be in the line. They are considering this a baby 6, as they were saying when they first did it, but there's actually going to be 4 machines. So there'll be the persona, and then there'll be the 3 PR options. So there'll be the single needle, the 6 needle, and the 10. So this is considered a professional machine, not a home free arm. And the distinction between there is, so though it's iBroidery compatible, it is not iBroidery copyrighted design compatible. So where you can stitch Disney on the persona, you cannot stitch Disney on this because it is considered a professional machine. So like the 6 and the 10. So this does have the crosshair 2-point laser. It has, it does have the bobbin winder on it, like the persona does, which is really nice. So if you are doing lace or anything with edges, patches, things like that, that you need that matching bobbin for, you can still get that really easily, which is great. This has the capital A and B drivers instead of the lowercase. So all of the frames that work on your 6 and your 10 will work on this machine. So all of those magnetic hoops, all of the tubular, all of those fun extra things that are out there that we have available for those multi-needle machines will work on this machine, which opens a ton of doors. Just
it definitely does.
Cool. So this does have that capital A and B driver, which means there's so many more options available. So
that is really cool. That, and the 8x12 is great.
Absolutely.
It just gives you so many more options and choices. I think it's going to be super popular for us, don't you think?
I really do. And again, the designs and the things that they are including in here, that they have an entire puff alphabet. We don't have that on any other machine. I mean, that is really, really cool. So if Jean doesn't have this on the order, we need to put one, because we need one in the store, because I'm going to need to use it. So
I'm pretty sure he put one on there. We were talking about how we really think, if you were going to start out and do a business, if you were comparing, this to like, it just, even though it's one needle, right? I mean, if you were going to buy a flatbed, you're going to change it anyway. So if that's the thing that you're, contemplating between the two, but that free arm, I mean, you just, and if you've never really embroidered on a commercial style machine, if you compare the quality of the embroidery,
quality is, you can physically see the difference between the vertical bobbin and the drop-in bobbin. You
really can. Yeah, it is.
There's an amazing machine. They did a superb job.
Yeah, and this is what you did your hat on, right?
This is, yes. So this is just a built-in frame around. So we have these frames on all of the machines. So this is just a built-in, and we only did one of the 2 colors that was in there. But this is the built-in puff embroidery L. And we use, like I said, that flat brim cap frame, which was the first time I'd actually stitched on that. So that was fun. I hadn't gotten to do that so much easier than any other cap frame I've ever used. So awesome. If you are thinking about buying a cap frame, you want that one. So easy comparative to any other cap frame I've ever used. stitched so quick, so easy. And there is a drop crosshair that is about 3 inches wide and then about 1.5 inches, I think, tall. So when you're lining up to, especially on a hat built like this, you can see right where center is. You literally, the crosshair comes on and you just go, whoop, okay, great, I'm centered, stitch. I mean, it took not even a second. I mean, and I was centered and we could hit go. It was that simple. So
That's awesome.
So easy. It was just amazing. And like I said, the things that they have built into the machine, the fonts, the built-in designs on all of the machines. I mean, the things that they put in that XJ2 in the XE are amazing. There are such beautiful built-in designs that they are doing now. There are crocheted lace designs in those embroidery machines that are absolutely stunning, stitched out. They have done a really, really good job. Whoever's doing their designing right now, they're a kick butt team because they have absolutely beautiful job done. I can't say enough on the added, a lot of times when you upgrade your machine to something, you get pretty much the same as what you already had. There might be a couple different things in there. These are just complete menus, multiple menus of new designs, and they really, really did a great job. They really did.
Yeah, the last couple machines we've had.
You need to.
Yeah, I know, right? We've had some really great built-in machine designs that we, a lot of times we would tell people, we don't actually pick them for the designs that are in, but they're great. Yeah. They're definitely great.
Yeah, I mean, I don't never ever recommend buying a machine based on a built-in design. That's a little silly, but that doesn't mean you can't enjoy them. and there's a lot of really great ones in here. So you could make a lot of things, business perspective wise. There's some great baby things. There's this adorable little bunny with his paws like peeking over a pocket type thing. And he's got really cute ears, and it's like a pocket peek thing where you could put it at the bottom of a towel or a bib or whatever. Absolutely adorable, really cute. They did a great job. So many great things. So many great things on so many of these machines. So I think that this is a great price point for getting into this model type machine, and that 8x12 hoop size is fantastic. A lot of I personally own a Persona. I bought it because I wanted to be able to get into the hats in those hard to reach places, get into bags and doing different things like that. If I had had this back then, I would have even been happier. I mean, I love my Persona. The stitch quality is amazing. But this is so much even better than that. But I mean, the Persona is still a great machine, but they definitely have taken it up multiple notches for sure.
Awesome. Yeah. So great, great choice. And really about half the cost of going to the 6 needles or a 10 needle.
It really, on sale at 7 versus 11 or 15. I mean, that's huge difference. And with that crosshair, your precision, accuracy, you don't have to have the camera to get exactly where you want to stitch. And it's done in seconds. Like I said, without that, you don't need that scan of everything. You just needed a line. I don't know if you guys can see this. There's a line. See that white line? So that was on where is the bottom of our design. And then we literally said, where we want one side of the design to be, where we want the other side of the design to be, and then stitched it. It took us, I'm not exaggerating, like 3 seconds to put the design where we wanted it. I'm dropping everything on the floor. But yeah, so it was literally, this is a Kimberbell pillow blank, but they drew the lines for us, so we didn't have to do that. But they said, this is where I want you to put the design. And then you drop the crosshair, you put one crosshair at one end, one crosshair at the other end, and it angles. If you're not hoop straight, the whole thing, it fixes all of your hooping errors on its own. And it takes seconds. It's fantastic. And that is included on the PRX one.
Yeah, awesome. All right. So we also have coming up for Babylock.
Right over there.
Right
So,
over there. Yes. So, tomorrow is when Babylock is going to release their official. I know we have some Babylock people watching, and we don't know all of the specifics yet, but we do know that for the major machines, so the 9x14 machines and the upgrade, there will be Babylock options. So we'll have the pricing and we'll have the information tomorrow, but we haven't forgotten about you. We're going to be just as excited about what Babylock comes out with as well. So it is coming. So don't fret. We're spending a lot of time just talking about brother stuff. We love both our brands equally. So it's coming out. So I just want to make sure that everybody knows that is right. We absolutely love our Babylock, and we don't want anybody to think we don't. But that is coming. So don't fret. Do you have some more any other fun samples to show us? I saw you holding up.
I have nothing like super like from New Machines. So they did rehit some other machines. I made a steno notebook cover on the serger. It's kind of cute. Used a piping foot. I used the ruffler foot. Did a rolled hem on the Airflow 3000. That's all on that one. Used my scan and cut. Cut some foam.
Yeah.
Don't cut foam a whole lot. And then did a little I think I showed you most of them.
Yep.
And the only other thing I did edge to edge today. So they said that they are working on making that this panel available so that we could do a class, the same kind of thing that we did today. So this is an edge to edge.
Cute. Yep.
So.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, I think I'm crooked, but oh well. Same thing, right? That's the whole point with edge to edge. There is no direction.
Right. Yep.
So there you go.
So, and I didn't put any information up here because we can't put pricing up, but we also have we still have Solarises and Luminaires, and we have a fantastic bundle with the Luminaire. So it is really if you're thinking about wanting a new machine and you've been putting it off, while there isn't anything specifically new for the Luminaire or the Solaris at this point, keep in mind that that is still the top of the line machine, and it does still have some
now and will forever be an awesome machine.
That is right. That is absolutely right. We absolutely love them. So I love that they're closing the gap a little bit between the Stellaire series and the Luminaire, that they're getting some. I mean, the Stellaire is still, it's still a super high end model machine, and it's nice that they're getting some of those little fun features that we have. They still can use the app, so they can still use the app for camera placement. That didn't go away. They just have a second version. One of the things that we've said for a while is that, if you can't hoop your project, the app doesn't work because it needs to be able to see the markings. And so now with this laser point, it doesn't matter because, you still have that as an option, but you have a fantastic second way of lining up stuff to make it really easy. And we've been playing with it here at the store too. It really is super easy to use.
You bet. And there is, for any of you that own the X, J, or E1, and you're not sure whether you're planning to do the upgrade or not, there is an update that should be available by today. I think that we're going to make sure that it was out. I don't remember exactly the date, but this week, I think, was the plan anyway. Trying to see if I have a lot of pictures on my phone right now. So many things. So many things. tried to take pictures of what was nope, not that one. So many screens that have been up over the last few days.
I think we have answered everybody's questions so far. If anybody else has anything, you can pop in and type that out for us, and we'll get that answered.
Yeah, I don't see it here. I'm sure I have it somewhere, but so obviously there are, everything that's listed in the upgrade is not going to be in the update. But the auto foot down is in the update. So that was one thing that I was really happy to see, that no matter what, everybody's going to be getting that.
Right.
That's one of our favorite things. So I do like that. So make sure that no matter what you decide to do, that you do get that update put into the machine.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to get that slide found sooner or later.
All right. Well, I think we'll probably take off then.
Yep.
And I'll send out an email tomorrow afternoon that has a bunch of the Babylock stuff. And I know Lisa and I we have some appointments Friday morning, but maybe we'll try and pop in Friday afternoon and talk about the Babylock stuff. What we know.
That sounds great.
There's always some stuff that Brother does that Babylock doesn't, and then there will be a few things that Babylock does that Brother doesn't. That because not all of their stuff is exactly the same. Like the printers and the sketch for Brother, and Babylock has different serger stuff that will I'm sure be available and stuff like that. But as soon as we have all of that information, we'll send out another email and let you know when we're going to go live. And hopefully Lisa has safe travels on her way back.
I got my Uber scheduled for the morning. Are you proud?
Yes. Woo!
I've got Uber on my phone for 3 hours now.
Oh, good job.
Yep. The things you do.
The things you do. All right.
You do. So I have to figure out
More for me. Yep. All right.
And then I will get home tomorrow, and I will see everybody on Friday then. And if you think of any questions, get them jotted down. We'll see you guys Friday. And yeah, I can't think of anything else.
All right.
Remember to like and subscribe and all of those good things.
All of those good things. Yep. Follow.
Are we missing anything?
I don't think so. Comment, subscribe. Find us.
Follow, all of that. Thanks for joining us.
Yep. All right. Bye.
See you guys. Bye.